Actually, in the first part, we are going to start with this point, which is to polygon creation and categorization. So assume, for example, you have points like this categorized with different colors. Each color represents a different city. So let me first explore the data which we have. Then we can show how we can create. So right click here, and this is called random point. This is where I'm going to use. Open attribute table. Then you will see that each point, see the site ID represent a point in the map, each point representing a city. So actually what we need to do, we need now to create for each of those cities a polygon, and we have a boundary with this polygon. So let me show what we are expecting to get. So these all the points. So what I'm expecting to get, for example, if you click here, now I have boundary for each and every single color or city, different polygon being created. This is we're going to do it like instead of manual, we'll just do a automatic way. This is the first point. Then we need to categorize it, for example, by color, like this. For example, if you hide this one, then we'll have this kind of, as you can see now, it's being categorized by different colors. And this is actually where we're going to use one tool called Voronoi tool, with Voronoi plus the salt tool. Actually, this Voronoi tool, it's actually very commonly used method, and this is based on proximity, like where each point will be associated with a unique polygon. For example, if you have one site, it will have, or you have 10 sites, each point of those sites or sites will be represented as polygon. And the most common use cases for the Voronoi in general, that it can be used, for example, for as this one to categorize your areas, for example, whatever areas you have, or city, or names, or tag, or whatever. And also the other one method that you can be used to identify the area of influence, for example, highest traffic area or whatever. And this is will be discussed in the second part of this session. So now let's jump and check how we can convert these random points, which have it in the map, into boundary and so on. So as mentioned, we need first to use one tool under the processing toolbox called Voronoi. Actually, if you search here in the processing toolbox about Voronoi, you'll find it usually coming Voronoi Polygons. It's under vector geometry. And just like to recall, whenever you cannot find this processing toolbox, if you, for example, close it here, there is two methods to get it. Even from the processing in the top right here, then you can just click in the toolbox, or you can do it even from here, view, then under the tool panels, you'll find also processing toolbox. This is in case if somehow you didn't find this one. So now let's use the Voronoi points which have it to get this kind of auto boundary. So search for Voronoi. It's called Voronoi Polygon. So you will just click, if you check the description, just saying that this takes a point layer, which we have it, this is point layer, and generates a polygon layer. Then it will generate for each and every single point. So now what I'm expecting as a first step, I have 100 or 1,000 of points. Each point will have a polygon. Okay, so let's see what we'll get. So the first point, if you look into that, this is selecting my layer, which I'm already want to do. It's called random points. Actually, it's because I was clicking the layer itself. That's what's coming here. So in all cases, you can just select it from here. So now you have one parameter here called buffer region. Let me explain by practical example. If you click this one, run. So okay, now let's close and see again what we have. If you zoom in now, you'll find that each and every single point will have a polygon. For example, this point having one polygon, boundary, and so on. And this is not yet what we are looking for, to have a classification by the city name, right? So this is the first idea about Voronoi tool in general, that it creates a polygon for each and every single point. Now let me explain to you the meaning of the parameter which was saying buffer. If you look into zoom out here, so okay, now if you look into here, for example, you will have zoom out again more. You will find that you have some boundary points, this one and this particular layer points there, this one. See now, because I was giving 0 for the buffer, it's not crossing the boundary of these points. This is the end point. So in case, for example, you would like to extend this polygon more here, in this case, you can use this buffer region. So I just click again on Voronoi Polygons, this under processing toolbox. And this one, for example, you can now select your layer, which is random points, and give, for example, 20% extend. So I'm expecting to have a larger now polygons as extension. This one will come to the left here, and also same for the other sides. So just run it, and let's see what we'll have. Now, if you look into that, you'll find that another one being created. So this is just to give you a quick idea, and this will be based on your requirement whenever you create any insight. So for now, let me hide this one and start working to try to reach into creating a boundary for the city based on the city name. So far we create a boundary for each and every single site. So now here, where is the second tool, which is called Dissolve? And this will also under the vector geometry here. You'll find it here. It's called dissolve. You'll find it here. This particular tool called dissolve. So you can, the easiest way just to search is this one. So it's called dissolve. I will just double click. It's under vector geometry. And now this dissolve tool, actually what it do, it looks into all the points, with all the polygons which you have it, or which being created in the map, and you can classify or dissolve these polygons into, for example, one instead of 10 polygons into one only particular polygon based on a given field. So now you need to change this Voronoi Polygon 2. You need to classify it now. You need your boundary based on city, right? So now what we need to do, just go to this dissolve fields, double click three dots, then you'll find here all your options within your data sets. So in my data sets or data tables, I have site ID and city name. I would like to dissolve all these polygons by city name, right? So in case of each and every single polygon for each site, I need now to be classified or dissolved by city name. So let's try and run, for example, let's back here. You can just back to the fields. Anything additional? We don't need anything else. This is just here if you would like to save it as directly as a permanent layer. Because whenever you run it, it will just create an additional layer here, but it will be temporary. So if you close your project, it will not be saved. So make sure that to save it as permanent whenever you are doing this kind of exercise. So run it now. So now I'm expecting to have this dissolved. It's already here. See, now it's called dissolved here. It's being already coming, but it's not showing here anything because it's coming in the bottom down here. So you can just hide, for example, this Voronoi Polygon to see what we have. Okay, very good. So if you zoom in now, you'll find out each color, which is representing a city, different city, it's now having a unique boundary or a unique polygon, right? So now, for example, we can just play around with the format to try to make it more clear. So let's first zoom in here and just to see what we have in a more clear way. For example, we have here different color having a different polygon. So double click, double left click. Then we can just inside here, we can just this one, the the symbol. I just select symbol fill. I just need, for example, the fill style. I don't need. I didn't need fill style. So I just make it clear. You can see this is how it looks like now. This one, for example, I can make it as gray or whatever color I would like for. It can be gray or even, yeah, for example, this one here. So I can just take this one here. I was just selecting this as a gray. Now it's coming like this. Then I can just increase the size a little bit just to make it more clear. So now see how it's changing here. This is how it looks like now. If you look up here, changing. So apply. See now how this is how it looks like. So now you have it even by city and the CV increase. So this is kind of volume is now being created. And one more important point that still, for example, you assume that you would like to minimize some of these border manually. For example, you need, for example, to change this border instead of this day. So this comes to, if you remember the previous videos, we have this kind of toggle editing, right? If you click on this toggle editing here, you'll find this vertex tool, and you can just click here. You'll say vertex to current layer. So if you click this now, see now, if you're going any, it will just classifying this into different polygons as you can see here. So for example, if I click here, this point, let's zoom in, left click, then I can just take it down here like this. Left click, then left click again. And again, we do that because it's like two layers being created. So you can even doing now the modification manually. Let's just close it now. So now we have changed it. So this is, you can do it for any of these polygons. The next step, let me hide this part. The next step, I need to give a label for this kind of polygons, just to know what is the city name for each of them. So you can just, again, in the solved layer, you can just rename it to anything you need. Just double click, double left click. It will be opening this particular thing. You can just go to the label. Then the label, you can just select a single label. Then can be based on your given data. For example, here under the value, this is based on your data inputs. You have only two things. It can be site ID or city name, but here we need to the city name. Then I'll just make a buffer just to give it more clear. And here I will just give yellow card for now. Just see. Now, if you click like this, now you see now city name is coming inside here. So now we have it very clear. So the second point, actually, if you would like to classify each of them, each even city or any other inputs by color. So this is, I think we already discussed before. It's just quick one. Double click again, double left click. So after here, you can see now it's opening again. So if you remember, we just go to symbology. Symbology usually used to categorize by color or even like make some modification in the format. So after this one in the top here, top right here, or the top middle, you find this single symbol. You just need to make it by categorize. You need to categorize it now. So you need to categorize it by color for what? First, you need to categorize by color by the city name as well, right? This one. So if you click here now, if you make classify the bottom here, It now will be classified by different, I see different, but it doesn't have a different colors because there is here this one. If you remember, I changed the format of that part. I changed it here. I make it no fill, for example, so I can just again do it as solid, for example, and again make like this. See, and now make it classify. It's now giving me a different colors here because I will give no fill last time. So now if I apply, what will happen? I'm expecting to have a different color for each and every single city, as you can see. And you can play around with the border and the formatting as we just discussed for now. So now this is we reached into the first point. So now let's go to the second point, which is how to find the area of influence using Voronoi Polygon as well. So as a summary for that part, to create the auto boundary, you need to use two tools, which is called Voronoi plus Dissolve tools. First step will be classifying your points into polygons. Then you need to solve these polygons based on the category or the attribute which you are looking for.